That's one of my favorite chats, guys. That is one of my favorite chats for Man United. But we are back. We are back, guys, with another track back late night streams. I tell you what, mate, there is no stopping the goat, bro. There's no stopping the goat, fam. I have had audio issues. My stream's been cutting off, guys. But we are back, fam. We are back. There's a phrase that I like from Suicide Squad 2, right? Not Suicide Squad 1 because that film absolutely stick. Suicide Squad 2. This quote says, obstacles are opportunities. And I couldn't agree more, fam. Obstacles are opportunities, guys. You have to overcome these obstacles, fam. Because if you let them block you out, bro, you're losing, fam. You're losing, bro. Never give up. Adapt or die. Adapt or die, right? So of course, people know that like during my stream, sometimes the audio does cut off. There's a little bit of a chirp, right? And I did make a conscious decision yesterday, well, 2 days ago, in actually getting a microphone that actually works well. You get what I mean? And this microphone is from Shure. I'm pretty sure people have seen this microphone. It is actually I ain't gonna lie, bro. It actually cost me a few bit of money, fam. Like the setup that I've had, guys, like this setup that I have right now, is cost me like over 2 grand. It's cost me over 2 grand for this freaking setup. But people say, "Oh, Preston, it's YouTube money." I don't get paid from YouTube, guys, bro. This is all my money from work, fam. You know when I tell you guys, I've got work until 10 o'clock. I finish at 10 p.m. Hence why, guys, to pay for things like this, fam. You get what I mean? So hopefully that the sound and the audio is good. Hopefully the sound and the audio is good. What's going on, Fahad, fam? What is going on, my guy? What is going on, right? But we are back. Well, we are back, bro. Anyway, I have missed out on a lot of stuff during this week, especially football related stuff. I've got quite a few things to get off my chest regarding football because in this channel we keep it real when it comes to football, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Them we keep it real, bro. No matter if it's Man United, no matter if it's Liverpool, no matter if it's Chelsea, no matter if it's Newcastle, fam. I give you guys the raw news, the raw opinions, bro. So the first one we are gonna start off with is regarding Manchester United. People last week, for the people that tuned in to the watch along that I did with Valentino, the Leeds one, basically it was a preseason match between Leeds and Manchester United in Stockholm, Sweden, right? I said that there's things that are already worrying me for this season, and that's regarding the midfield. That Man United midfield, it needs to be changed. We Bruno Fernandes and I get pelters at work. I get pelters. I got pelters yesterday, by the way, from two of my colleagues. They actually might be watching the stream right now. Shout out to my guys, Josh and Steven. Happy birthday, Josh, right? But I was telling them that we should have sold Bruno Fernandes. We should have gotten that 100 mil for Bruno Fernandes because we need two competent midfielders, two number 8s behind Matheus Cunha and Brown and Bummer, because Bruno Fernandes, for me, there's nowhere else where he fits into this team. Preston, what do you mean, Bruno Fernandes? I was like, yeah, he did save us. He did save us, right? But he can't play in that midfield pivot. This afternoon, Ruben Amorim has come out and said that we're going to suffer again. Ruben Amorim has come out and said we are going to suffer again, bro. Manchester United are going to suffer, fam, because the players, of course, Brandon Boemo and Matheus Cunha need to gel with the team. And listen, bro, like I think that Ruben Amorim sees this team for what it is, bro. I think that he's basically thinking, yeah, bro, there's actually no saving these guys. There's no saving these guys. I've got a video, of course, guys, that I am going to be breaking down. It's coming from Say TV, right? And it says, Amorim's worrying press conference. I've only read a few quotes from that press conference, and of course, it is that suffering quote that I have read from that press conference, because it's about 17 minutes long, by the way, guys. That press conference that I did. I was not going to put you guys through this mess of watching a 17-minute long press conference where Ruben Amorim's speaking, right? So we've got the summary from Saeed. So guys, let's get it started, bro. Let's get it started. Hopefully the audio is good. When I'm playing this, I'm gonna make sure that there is no echo. I'm gonna make sure that there is no echo, of course, for the man them out there. But anyway, let's go, bro. Let's go.
We are back because Amrin has spoken, and it's been a while. It has been a while, but my word, was he ready? Was he happy to do a press conference? I always told people Amrin treats these press conferences like therapy. Someone he can speak to, someone you can find comfort in. This is his kind of almost safe haven in terms of, you know what? I like doing them. He actually enjoys doing press conferences and he loves to speak. They call him the poet and people already know it. We're going to dive into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. But I can't lie, man. Some of the things that Amrin spoke about, not only just from him, but indirectly as well from the football club, it's worrying, man. It really, really is worrying. The word suffer, believe it or not, was used. Maybe not in the context that everyone thinks it is, but he did use the word suffer. But the thing is, right, I don't want to hear that. And we don't want to hear that as United fans because he's told us good times are coming.
Listen,
and right
my
now,
my man said suffer again. Bro, suffer, bro. Like, we suffered last season, my guy. We suffered last season, my friend. And don't get me wrong, right? Like, all the blame is not on Ruben Amorim. Like, it's not on him. The majority of the blame does go to Ineos because of how they've messed up this summer transfer window. They should have been much more prepared in this summer transfer window, right? But again, they chose to dilly-dally for 7 weeks, trying to sign Brown and Mbeumo, when Brentford was asking for the price that they literally stole them for, while these guys were trying to pinch pennies and save money, right? And that's what's wasted the majority of this summer transfer window that we have. Because, guys, the transfer window closes in freaking 4 weeks, and we still haven't signed a striker yet. And beside the striker, we need to get a midfielder, bro. You get what I mean? Ideally, I would like 2 midfielders, but the time's not on our side. Time is not on our side. We do not move like Liverpool. We do not move like Chelsea. We don't move like Arsenal. You know, when Arsenal want a guy, for them it takes them like a week. For Liverpool, it takes them a day. Chelsea takes me a day to how quickly they signed João Pedro. You get what I mean? Like, guys, people genuinely think that I overreact when it comes to Man United. A team that I've been watching for 22 freaking years. People genuinely do think that I overreact when it comes to this team. Oh, Preston, you're just doing it for the clicks, for the content. You don't know what you're talking about, Preston. But season in, season out, I'm always proved correctly because you call it how you see it, man. You call it how you see it when it comes to Man United, guys. I'm up, honestly, like about 2 weeks ago, I did a Man United rant when I was telling my Man United fans, listen, do not look forward to this season because it's going to be the same old garbage that we're going to get. And it is, bro. I can't believe that there was actual fans that had the goal to say that we were going to get 4th place. We were going to win the league after signing Brown and Mbeumo. With them overlooking like the other issues that we have in this team, bro. It is absolute madness, dude. It is absolute madness, bro. Right, just before we continue with the video, Faz says, imagine United getting relegated, bro. Listen, I can't believe there was actually guys saying that we're going to win the league, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. Suffer below 15th is crazy. Yep. Hilal got Theo, which is crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, Theo Hernandez, another guy that I said United should have signed about 2 seasons ago. Hakimi. We should have got rid of Dallo and signed Hakimi about 2-3 years ago as well. But now, since Hakimi is one of the best right backs in the world, PSG, I'm gonna let him go, bro. It annoys me so much, right? When there's United fans that grow attached to players. I saw some guys saying we shouldn't sell Garnacho. I was at work walking to Sainsbury's to buy my freaking meal deal, my £5 meal deal from Sainsbury's, right, to get my McCoy's crisp, my Rubicon mango, and my freaking BLT sandwich. And I'm hearing the guy saying, we should have kept a Ganacho, the potential of the ceiling, No, bro, he's not good enough. If you have rival fans from other teams saying they don't want a player from another team, that should tell you everything about that player. You get what I mean, bro? Right. United bad. Can't blame Amorim though. Listen, you can't blame him though, Kalen. You can't blame him, bro. You cannot blame him, fam. Like, I think it's me and you that agree on Bruno. Like, Bruno's helped out Man United a lot, right? But we should have sold him. We genuinely should have sold him, bro. You get what I mean? Right, we're just a banter club. Like now, it's where it's sad. I agree, Connor. I agree, bro. I agree, man. Like, I don't react. I don't overreact for Man United, bro. I love this team, guys. Like, I love Man United. I give it how it is because I care for my team. I don't like being bantered by my friends who support Liverpool, and I'm out here begging PSG for them to sign Isak because I don't want him going to the Scousers, which is gonna make them stronger because they've got Ekitike now, and they're gonna get freaking Isak on top of that, bro. You get what I mean? I do not want that. I genuinely don't want that, bro. People about selling Garnacho age, you get, yeah, bro, crazy, dude.
Hear the word suffering. I've suffered enough. Amrin, we have suffered enough. No matter what context you use it, no matter how you dress it up, please take that vocabulary, take that word out of your mouth. Bro, don't even speak about it. Well, khalas. Leave it.
Khalas, bro, enough.
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Do not talk about suffering because you know what it is? It's PTSD. You know what I'm saying? We got PTSD, brother. When we talk about suffering, we need to move away from that. This needs to be a season of progression, of positivity and
bro. Like 10th place is progress for Man United, guys. I'm not lying, dude. I'm not lying, bro. Like 10th place for Man United is actual progress. Like, as what Connor said, we aren't like the large Man United. We aren't this team that's gallivanting around Europe, beating Inter Milan 3-0. We're out here post goals and slapping screamers against Barcelona. We are so far from that. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Once again, like 10th place is an improvement for Man United next season. I would happily take 10th place. Last season, I was looking where Ipswich and Southampton and them man there were, bro. Like, I was like, wait, did Southampton win today? That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is, bro.
But like I said to you, today, these were his words, and I want to make sure I get the full quote because you know what it is, right? I'm not one of them, that this season, I don't want to do out of context. You know what I mean? Shout out to No Context. Shout out to everybody that's out of context. But I ain't doing no out of context. I'm going to give you the full quote, everything that he said. I've watched the full press conference, by the way. I've watched it. I think it's about 17 minutes long with Mateus Cunha as well. But I'm going to give you the things he said. And basically, he said here, Ruben Amorim, you feel the bond between the players in the best teams. We remind ourselves how special it is to be at the best club in the world. I really like to be in a group that is healthy. We are going to suffer, but the feeling of bonding is really important. The spirit is positive. So, we do have an element of positivity in there. But he does say we are going to suffer. How much we suffer, obviously, we'll find out.
People don't realize, guys, people don't realize, right? Like, we like the Leeds game, guys. This is Leeds, dude. This is newly promoted Leeds where they've sliced us apart in the first 5 minutes, right? And they're the better opportunities. And people would say, Preston, it's only pre-season. Relax. How many times have people said this, guys? We said it last season. It's only pre-season, mate. It don't matter if it's Chicago Fire from the MLS. It's only pre-season, mate. It don't matter if you lost like 2-1 to them. You get what I mean? Like pre-season, sometimes guys is a future sight to how your season will go. Sometimes, you get what I mean?
But there are key words that I think sometimes us as fans, yeah, and I think it's always very good to be honest. I don't want a manager. This is why I really like Amarin in that aspect of, yo, I like a manager who's open and honest. Yes, we don't like to hear we're suffering because the element of suffering brings excuses. It brings element of, you know what? There has to be almost copium. There has to be some sort of thing that you tell yourself at night that you want to believe it into the players. The fans then buy into it. And almost like it's indoctrinating the fans that it's okay to lose games. It's okay that we're going to go and not win in the next 5 or we're going to lose whatever, how many games. It's okay. And I think that element of suffering for me, I think the manager's used it a lot, man. Yes, you can say it's going to be hard and we're going to get out of this and we will get out of this. But when you keep repeating the word suffering, I really think for me, it doesn't go well within the fan base. You know what I mean? Right now, it is going to be positive vibes. It is going to be brilliant. It is going to be okay because it's pre-season and we haven't kicked the ball yet. Because when that first game comes in against Arsenal, that's when the suffering begins.
I forgot we're playing those pricks in the first game, bro. I forgot we're playing Arsenal in the first game, you know. I actually forgot we're playing. This is what I forget about. The opening game of the Premier guys, like the opening game of the Premier League is against Arsenal. And this will show like, and again, I know it's the opening game of the season, right? But it's gonna show the level to where we're at and how like these guys have grasped the Amorim system, bro. You have Arsenal guys. I've seen an Arsenal fan on Instagram make an edit saying this is Victor Gyökeres versus Man United, and it's an EAFC edit, right? And it's Gyökeres against United, and he's just blasting the ball. And you know when somebody like in FIFA, you know like a player in FIFA blasts the ball, like the net just bulges at the back. That's how confident they are because they've got belief in the team because they know that their team is good, bro. They gel well together, fam. You get what I mean? Like, their midfield is perfect. Their attackers are good. Their defense is freaking flawless, bro. Their goalkeepers is a freaking goalkeeper, fam. Right. Kaylin says Gyökeres getting a hat-trick. He's gonna go there and dunk on us, bro. He's going there and dunking on us, fam. Saw the vid. He kinda saw the video. Did you? If you saw the video, bro. If you saw the video, fam, I'm pretty sure, bro. I'm looking at that. I'm just like, yeah, man. We've got crappy Onana, pulled a hamstring, so he's never going to start anyway. We again, like, aside from the whole striker midfield issue, we still got the goalkeeper issue as well. Oh my lord, bro, Jesus, right, fam. Lord fire, bro.
And we best be ready because one thing here, listen, you know my opinions about the manager. I don't want to keep repeating it time and time again, but I'm here to be proven wrong. This is what life is all about. Be proven wrong. Are you there to be proven wrong? That's where I'm at right now. Are you there to be proven wrong? And that's what it is with Amarin. I don't see it, but we're here for it. And today, like I said to you, there was a few elements of worrying comments, worrying signs. Another one that was very, very worrying for me was this. The new signings are very humble. This is really important. So you got to be humble, guys. You know what I mean? Shout out to the humble brothers and sisters out there. He goes, they had other options. They read what people think about our club, but they chose to be here, and that is a key point for me. That's what we want to see. We want to see players that come to the football club because they love United. We don't want players that don't love United. We want players that love United. That's what it's all about. But he says, in this moment, we need to be careful when we sign a player. I agree with that. I agree with this comment. I don't want to buy players for the sake of buying players. I'm not in your camp, guys. I've moved away from that. I am very happy the fact that Man United, yeah, one credit I will give to Ineos, they bought the right level of profile of players. And I think sometimes the manager might have said to him, you know, listen, brother, just give me the right players, not a lot of players. And I think for me, that's very key. Man United to focus on quality rather than quantity. We could go and get 7 players, but is it the right 7 players? So in that comment, I agree. We've got to be careful with signing players.
And that's the thing now. And that's the thing now as well, like when it comes to the quality of players, right? With Manchester United, like, for us, we have no like world-class striker we can go for. You get what I mean? Like, we can't go in for Isak because we can't afford him. Gyökeres has chosen Arsenal. Ekitike is not available. I don't think Sesko is good enough for Man United, in my opinion. I don't think that a striker that scored 13 league goals in the Bundesliga is a sort of striker that Manchester United should be getting, bro. Because Højlund scored about 11, no, it was about 10, It was either 10 or 11 league goals that he scored at Atalanta before he came to Manchester United, right? We don't want that. But again, like we can't get a world class striker. If at least we can just get like a striker like a Ollie Watkins or a Mateta who can link up with the front three, and the front three spreads all their goal input throughout the entire season, I'm down for that. If Mboma gets 10, Cunha gets 10, and freaking the main striker gets about 13, 15 league goals, I'll be happy about that, because once again, like we're not in Europe, we're only in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and of course in the league, like those are only three competitions that we are in. So the quality, so Amorim is right that we need a player that suits Manchester United, and yes, like they have to be of quality, a little bit of quality, but a world class player for us, bros, is gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult recruiting, fam.
He goes here though, and this is where for me he lost me. This is where you lost me, Amarin. He said, if I start the season with his squad, I will be happy. Brother, you know they finished 15th. You know most of his squad finished 15th. And then he started to really endear towards the players. He said a few more. I can't really say it word for word, but he said they really want to be here. Of course they want to be here. This still is Man United, bro. Brother Amarin, listen to me. It's not his control, and Ineos must always back the club, regardless of what a manager says. I'm fully with you. But brother, do not say you're happy. Because when you put them words out there, later on down the line, when it shit hits the fan and there's a civil war with the fan base, I can pull up this quote and say, you know what? He's not been backed. Well, hold on a minute. I've got a quote here saying that the manager's happy with the squad. What are you saying then? Oh, but he's going to say that. Well, you don't have to say anything. If you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And if you don't want to put, he speaks a lot. And this is,
Yeah, he's right. He's right about that. He's right about the media not being Amin's friend. 1 second, and I need to have the output for it on the Tozo side. Try that again. Right.
He says, I feel like, you know what? This is all I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And we can't get rid of the players that we're here as well. That's
the media is never on any Man United like manager side, bro. Louis van Gaal, they came after him. Mourinho, if you remember, Mourinho got so angry at the media, right? When he was the Man United manager, he got up and was like, respect, 3-time Premier Leagues, respect. You got what I mean? Ole, they hounded him. Ten Hag, they told him straight to his face, like, we like it when Manchester United are going through crap because we can actually sell stories. Like, Amorim sometimes, I agree with Saida with this, by the way. He does share a little bit way too much, because that does give the media to attack Manchester United more. It's like, Amorim said Manchester United should suffer. He's already making excuses. But yeah, we'll continue.
I will talk about as well. That's a worrying sign. But I just feel like for me, when you start to say the word happy, brother, what can you do then, bro? Because it feels like to me, like, yo, man's happy to be here. It's a dream come true. You know what I mean? About the biggest club in the world. It is what it is. I've got Boom and Konya, and that's that, bro. It's not enough. It's not enough, Amarin. We need more. We need a midfielder. We need a goalkeeper. We're not having the same players let you down again. I don't want to really sack my manager halfway through the season. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm not with that. If I'm gonna sack a manager, sack him before the season starts. Sack him then. I'm with you. I really don't like the idea of sacking managers halfway through the season, because what it does is it's a lack of preparation, lack of idea, lack of nerves. It's not good. It really isn't, bro. Even if I really want it, yeah. And say like, for example, we really want to sack him. In theory, it's not good, because you've got to get another manager in. He's got to adapt. He's got to want to want. He's probably want his own players. He might like the players over there. You have to start all over again. And yes, the football club are buying
Yeah,
players.
man, it's always rinse and repeat, bro. It's always rinse and repeat, dude. I seen somebody say, I think it was Rory Jennings, when I was setting up for the stream, and basically I was listening to the, I think what's that page called now on YouTube? The club, the club. That's what they're called. And they had a bet to which Man United, which manager in the Premier League will get sacked first. Roy Jones like, yeah, it's a Ruben Amorim. That's already other rival fans looking at Man United saying like, just look at this manager, dude. He's not gonna survive. His system's not working. He's not got the players that he wants. Yeah, he's definitely gone. We've seen this multiple times from his predecessors. Once again, Mourinho, Van Gaal, Ten Hag, Oli. We've seen this already. You know what I mean?
For the project, for the club. You see, Cody and Boomer, they should work under any manager. But what I'm trying to say to you is that for me, when I look at it, yeah, when I look at the players that we've got, bro, you can't trust these guys, bro. None of you lot should trust these guys, bro. Honestly, every one of them has to perform. Every single one of them has to do better. There's another one, by the way, that I found very, very bizarre. You know what I mean? About Luke Shaw. He's a world-class player. You can feel it in the small things. He's a great player, but he has competition this season. World-class player.
Luke Shaw's a what? Luke Shaw's a who? Luke Shaw's a world-class player. Luke Shaw's a world-class player. Oh my days, bro. We're so fucking fucked. We're so fucked, bro. We're so fucked, bro. We're so screwed, guys. Oh my god, bro. Oh, what is that? My guys, my friends, oh, what is that, bro? It's over, bro. Oh my days, the moment this guy plays Luke, bro, if he plays him left-sided centre-back after the shit James Corden pulled off in that game versus Leeds United. Oh. I know he's going to play him left-sided centre-back. I know for a fact he's going to play Luke Shaw left-sided centre-back, bro. I know for a fact he's going to play him left-sided centre-back. I know for a fact he is, bro.
Hey, sack him now, man. Yeah, I'm done, bro.
Done, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Done, fam. Khalas, guys. Oh, warida. C'est fini. It's over, bro. He's saying Luke Shaw's world class. Oh.
2025. Luke Shaw's world class.
Big 20. Saeed, fam. Big 2025 in this. Amrin said Luke Shaw's world class. I hope he's lying. I just hope he's lying to the media, bro. I hope he's lying to the media, fam. I was gonna say something out of line for a second there, just regarding politics to how everything's going so far left, so far in the world right now. Regarding the guy, of course, in America, right? But I hope he's lying, bro. I genuinely hope he's lying, bro.
Are you smoking on, mate? Like, there's an argument to say that Luke Shaw's never been world class. But in 2025, when he's barely played football, and he's really not putting a stellar performance in an Amorim team, and he's world class. Ay. Do you see what I mean about sometimes speaking too much, bro? Like, Amorim speaks too much, bro. You don't need to say this, man. You know what I mean, bro? Because you're putting the standards out there that Luke Shaw is good enough, not only for this team, but on a world-class level, bro. Are you mad? You're right, bro. You're right. Alright, brother.
It's 30 minutes in, man. I don't want to continue more, guys. I genuinely don't want to continue more because we have other things to actually get to. Because I'm only here for like an hour and 30 minutes. But, yo, bro. Oh, my days, bro. Crazy. crazy, bro. But I think what I'll do next, there's more Man United stuff, but Isak, Alexander Isak, bro. Alexander Isak the other day requested to, of course, he's requested to leave Newcastle United. Am I surprised? No. I thought that I was genuinely thinking that Newcastle could do all the best they could to hold on to the player, but of course, like it's Isak that wants to leave because of course, like yeah, anybody would want Isak in their team, bro. You get what I mean? So, but yeah, this is a video from a True Geordie, and it says Isak transfer is proof the Premier League is rigged. So, guys, let's get it on. Let's get it on in a 30 dos o uno vamos.
A message to Niall Ranger here. Sorry, a message to Alexander Isak here. Oh no, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. It was nice while it lasted. It was nice to have a world-class footballer play for my team. That was good. That was good. Obviously, yesterday I did a video with the lads on the kickoff, basically saying that he's now dropped out of the tour through injury was the line. But clearly we didn't believe that. But at that point, he hadn't handed in what was a transfer request, kind of. He's told Newcastle he wants to explore options, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, it's a fucking transfer request. Like, don't pussyfoot around it. Just say you want out. And more articles are coming out now about what exactly he's pissed off with as well, in the way of Paul Mitchell, director of football of Newcastle, not doing his contract for him when he was in charge. Now he's gone anyway now, and complaining about the lack.
Okay. Alexander Isak furious with Paul Mitchell as Newcastle star claims Saudi owners, slam Saudi owners over lack of ambition. Alexander Isak furious with Paul Mitchell, show my ambition. Not just talk about it in Amazon documentaries. Drop the bombshell on Thursday. He wants to leave the club amid issues. Okay. Right. But listen, bro. I have to come out and just of course say it truthfully. This is an excuse to leave Newcastle, bro. It's an excuse to leave Newcastle, fam. Like Newcastle, this summer transfer window, they have been trying to sign players. They've tried to sign Brandon Buemo. They've tried to sign Mark Gahey. They've tried to sign who else is it, bro? Hugo Ekitike. They're trying to sign Johan Wissa right now, right? Like Newcastle are literally showing ambition in trying to sign these players. If it weren't for like PSR and FFP, dude, we'll be talking about a different kind of ball game and different kind of prices being thrown out by Newcastle. Newcastle is the world's richest team, guys. Newcastle is the world's richest team, right? But what's stopping them is just that FFP and PSR. And of course, there's Newcastle fans out there that would say, look how it's absolute bull crap. Just look how Chelsea are spending their money. Look at how Liverpool are spending their money, right? Like, they can't spend the money because they have won like major big trophies. Like when you like with Chelsea as well, like Chelsea have won the Conference League, which is a continental trophy. They've won the Club World Cup, which is they've got 100 million plus already from winning that competition and just progressing through the knockout phase. And they're selling players like Noni Madueke to Chelsea, so their PSR is looking really good. You get what I mean? So. And the thing as well, what hurts Newcastle is because they aren't as big as these other teams, bro. And players want to play for these big teams, dude. Like Chelsea bigger than Newcastle, bro. The most successful done them. Players, of course, would want to play over there in Stamford Bridge. Same thing with Liverpool. Same thing with Man United. Even if Man United have finished in 15th or 14th place or 17th place, like they're still able to draw players just because of the name Man United. Brandon Buemo literally chose Manchester United over Newcastle, and he literally said in his interviews, like, young players grow up watching teams like Manchester United. That's the reality of football. It's something that I say every single time. When Trent Alexander-Arnold left for Real Madrid, I said that there's always a bigger thumb. There's always a bigger thumb, bro. Unless you're Real Madrid, then there's no other thumb that's bigger than you. There's no other thumb, right? That is bigger than you. But like when a massive, like like Newcastle. I think Newcastle fans need to grasp this because like this is the bowl game now that you guys are in. When there's a massive team like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, and again, like people say, you're finishing 14th place, 15th place. You've not got Champions League, but United's still a big team. When you got Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City now, because the things like because of the body of work that they've done since 2012 is an absolute madness. Like the dynasty that Man City has had in the Premier League, like the grip that these guys have had on the Premier League, right? Teams want to go to them because they are actually winning like major trophies. They have a higher opportunity of winning major trophies at those teams. Bayern Munich's, Inter Milan's. That's what it is in the world of football. So when Newcastle fans are confused about this, just know that you're competing against like these juggernauts. They're juggernauts, bro. Sometimes there's things that money can't buy, and of course you can't spend that money right now because you've not got the PSR for it. You've not got the PSR, you've not got the FFP, bro. Dennis M says, "Are you from Newcastle?" No, I'm not, bro. I'm originally from Rotherham, but and now I live in Manny, mate. I live in Manny, mate. I live in Manchester. We're gonna go to Audi. But yeah.
Of ambition with the Saudi owners. It says here, Saudi owners should show more ambition, not just talk about Amazon documentaries. That's the quote. I don't know if that's from his team, from him. But let's be honest, Liverpool have been piling the pressure on all summer. Even when they signed Ekitike, I thought maybe that's it. Maybe we've held firm. We've shown we want to keep our man. And they've now went and spent, 80 million on a young kid who's going to play in that position. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is over. Wrong. Turns out they also want Alexander Isak. So when we were in the position where they were like, look, you can get Ekitike if you give us Isak. Now they're just going to take both. We're really getting cooked here. Like, it's so fucking annoying. We could have done a deal. Do you know what I mean? We could have gotten Ekitike, they get Isak, and at least we get one of the guys. But it's just so clear.
Bro, Liverpool delivered on that promise, Liverpool, I don't know if you guys remember, about a week and a half ago now, when that whole news came out about Newcastle trying to sign Hugo Ekitike, but Liverpool were freaking holding Ekitike up for ransom, brother. And they literally said to Newcastle, if you, man, sign this player, if you, man, do not release Isak, we're going to sign Ekitike, bro. And they went and signed him, and now they're going to come back and spin the block again and snatch a chain. Who is Alexander Isak from their neck, bro? Crazy, dude. Like, Liverpool, I think that whole Trent stuff, I think the whole Trent Alexander-Arnold stuff, like, Liverpool's like, okay then, so this is how teams, like, teams move like right now. If they want to be successful, you have to be this ruthless. These guys are ruthless, bro. Liverpool are actually ruthless this summer transfer window, dude. This is a madness, bro. They actually said, if you guys do not let go of Isak, we are going to sign Ekitike, and then we'll spin round the block. You get what I mean? We'll spin around the block and snatch Isak from you guys as well. And oh my god, bro. Oh my lord, bro. They're actually moving like bullies now, bro. This is crazy. Crazy.
The lack of thought that's going on above Eddie Howe right now, it's fucking a shambles. And I've got to be honest, from what I'm hearing of the way Alexander Isak has deliberately gone about not going on this tour and making it patently obvious, I'm not just going to go along with what you want me to do and be a professional. I'm demanding a move here, and I'm going to force it if I have to. It makes us think back to when we bought him and no one knew really in the Premier League who the fuck he was, and the fact that
I knew who he was. Man's coming out like a kid. I knew who he was. I knew who he was, bro, at Real Sociedad. I knew who he was, bro. I said that Isak, fam, like, for the people that don't know how good this guy is, dude. It's like, at Real Sociedad, him and Martin Odegaard were ripping people apart, bro. In La Liga, dude. I said it. I said that, like, Isak was a bad man, dude. And when he scored against Liverpool, I think it was in his debut. He scored against Liverpool in his debut, bro. Come on, bro. Put some respect on your lad, bro. Put some respect on your lad, fam. Like, I know my players, bro. I know my players, dude.
he played well. You know, a lot of the success of him is down to him. But equally, he wasn't having a queue of people, the top clubs, lining up to fucking get him. We were the ones who were willing to take the risk. And I think there's just a bit more loyalty I would have expected out of him. At least just going along with what the club wanted to do in order to keep the price as high as it should be when we do eventually have to sell him. But by him making it clear he doesn't want to be at the club anymore, it drives the price down. It makes it easier for him to get the move. And that impacts our club. So naturally, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed there. You know, when Anthony Gordon was seconds away from joining Liverpool, his boyhood club, by the way, and he didn't get that move. All right, I mean, a lot of people have speculated that he might not have been as happy as he could have been this season because of missing out on the move. But he didn't make it obvious. He didn't kick his toys out the pram. He didn't, you know, he just got along with his job and he said all the right things in public. And it wasn't a massive deal. And that's Liverpool, his boyhood club, and he still acted like a pro. The fact that Isak's not willing to do that, it's just disappointing. And as much as I'm disappointed, I understand you could argue the club have let him down. On the one hand, they're saying out loud, Isak, not for sale, £150 million minimum to get him out of this club. And then he's going to them for a new contract and going, well, you've said I'm a £150 million player. I want 300 grand. And from what I've understand, they've said, no, I've seen some reports that we might have offered him 200 grand. Here's the reality. There are many players who are worse than Alexander Isak on fucking over 300 grand a week. If you're telling him he's a top player and you want to build the whole club around him in the future, you have to give him what he's asking for, otherwise somebody else will. And that's the indecision that I don't understand from the top Newcastle, and we'll get into this in a minute, but you either sell him or you give him what he wants in the contract. You can't just sit there and let him run his contract down because it's not going to be good for the club or the player. He's delivered on the pitch. You either capitalise on it or you reward it, because a player like Alexander Isak can play for any club in the world. That is a fact. And that lack of direction coming from the top is something that has been consistent with our entire summer. Where are the fucking signings? You look at the history of Newcastle since Eddie Howe came in, since the new owners came in. Eddie Howe has barely put a foot wrong in the transfer market. I mean, he's had so many good signings. This is not a man who is unprepared. This is not a man who doesn't have a list of names for you to go out and get. Clearly, he does a lot of research. I've seen many interviews from people who've worked with him in the past. He is like a fucking scout as well as a manager. And when he was putting names forward to Amanda Staveley, who was initially in charge at Newcastle, boom, 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 signing. Players we'd not heard of before. Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak and the like. Coming in from abroad.
I knew all these guys, bro. I knew all these guys, fam. Bruno Guimaraes, I think it was at Lyon. I'm sure he was at Lyon. I'm pretty sure Bruno Guimaraes was at Lyon because he had a choice to go to Arsenal. It was between Arsenal and you. I remember this very well. A few years ago, he had the choice between to go to Arsenal or Newcastle, and he chose to go to Newcastle. He chose to go to Newcastle, bro. Yeah, he was at Lyon. He was at Lyon, bro. He was at Lyon, mate. Bro, elite ball knowledge, fam. Come out,
people really weren't that familiar with him, and they hit the ground running. This summer, we're only going for players in the Premier League. Where the fuck are the Tonalis, the Isaks, the Brunos? Where are they? We're always going to get beaten.
We knew about Sandro. Like Sandro Tonali is a no-brainer for a midfielder, bro. He was at Milan, dude. And when Tonali left Newcastle to join, when Tonali left AC Milan to join Newcastle, we thought to ourselves, like, why is Milan letting go of Sandro Tonali? Like, why is this, bro? And Tonali was not happy because he actually wanted to stay. He actually wanted to stay in Milan because I'm pretty sure that's his boyhood club. But it was just like the money that Milan needed, and also at the same time there was that whole betting scandal going on with the Tonali. I think that like Milan just didn't want that on their books with them being in an Italian club with the history of Juventus as well to how they were moving like too, because of the whole Calciopoli stuff in the mid 2000s. They didn't want like a player, of course, being linked to like bets. So I think that's why they let go of a Sandro Tonali, bro.
Premier League players, because everyone fucking knows about them. And even the players in the Premier League, why did we take so long to get fucking moving? This is a business with hundreds of millions of pounds, Newcastle United, and yet the transfer window, you've got months to prepare for it. You've got months to get everything ready. And it's as if the window was just sprung onto the higher ups at the last minute. And they're like, oh, well, what we're going to do? What a shambles, man. What a fucking circus this club has become. And I know for a fact the problem is not Eddie Howe. This is a man who has been ultra prepared and overachieved at every single second he's been at Newcastle.
It's the same thing with like Man United, bro. Even 1 second, guys. I think I'm gonna have to put it on this side. I'm gonna change the output for this. Right. Just before I do continue. Right. So basically, right, with what True George is saying about Newcastle and them preparing, Man United go through the same thing. like, why do these owners all of a sudden are like, oh, the transfer window's open? Like, you have months to prepare for this. You have a summer transfer window and a winter transfer window. I remember watching the Arsenal what's it called now? It was like that documentary. I forgot it's All or Nothing. That's it. The Arsenal All or Nothing documentary, and it was there Josh Concrete, Edu, and Arteta, and there was like it was literally pre-season, but they were already planning for the next season. You get what I mean? Like they had the board up of like the players that they have right now, right? Like to which players that they have in like each formation. So back then it was like right backside there was Bellerin, there was Cedric, and I think it was like an academy kid, right? And then for centre backs, they had literal players like that play in that position. First choice, second choice, third choice, fourth choice, everywhere, dude. And they were saying, wait, so for that right back spot, we need to replace this player. Who do you think we're going to bring in? Who's the plan B? Who's the plan C? Who's the plan D? Who's the plan E? Like that is the sort of preparation that needs to happen. But the majority of these football teams, the board, some of them, they're like, yeah, we're going to, you know, a week. We're just gonna do like a week and then we'll just go into the transfer market unprepared, bro. You get what I mean? And then they're scrambling around like some like a uni student doing their freaking assignment 2 hours before the deadline day, bro. This is how the majority of these big teams move, like. But these are the big teams who are prepared, like they do their business straight in and straight out, fam. They have that assignment, 15,000 words, done already, handed in, bro. They're out, they're partying, chilling, fam. You get what I mean? Wow, these other guys are doing all-nighters. I was that uni student that did all-nighters and handed in my uni stuff late, so I can speak from experience. I can speak from experience, right? But I do get what True Jordy is saying, dude. I genuinely get what True Jordy is saying about this, fam, because it's an absolute disgrace, bro. All right. Let's continue.
He gets Champions League and wins our first trophy in 70 fucking years. And it's no wonder that from what we're hearing, it's not just Alexander Isak who's voicing these concerns from within the dressing room. These lads were sold a project. Why are we in a situation where we look for a new CEO, a new director of football, at the same time they've been promised a new training ground, no sign of that. They've been told there's a new stadium coming, no sign of that. And we've done one new signing all fucking summer when we're going into the fucking Champions League. Absolute shambles, and all of these factors will be extremely underwhelming for a manager and a squad who will be thinking we really over-delivered last season. The board will reward us with reinforcements so that now we can really kick on. Imagine how despondent they'll all feel going into the new season, like knowing not only have we not got reinforcements enough, but we've now got even more high-level football matches on top of what we had last season. Have we learned nothing from the last Champions League campaign, where we were riddled with injuries and it fucked the whole season? And despite all of that, to be fair to the club, it isn't all their fault. Yes, a lot of it is their fault. They clearly haven't been organised enough. But there is one thing that is always going to come back and stop us from making progress, and that is the bullshit, corrupt PSR rules in the Premier League. And this has been a rude awakening for Newcastle fans, and should be a rude awakening for all football fans outside of the big five clubs, as to what the dark reality of PSR just really, really is.
Nah. We can't be doing that. We cannot be doing that, man. We like I said it earlier. I said it like a few minutes ago, like about PSR. We're having the same issues with PSR, bro. We are literally having the same issues with PSR. You get what I mean? Like, for him to speak about like it's a dark reality about PSR. Listen, like people complain about Chelsea a lot, but we've seen the evidence to what Chelsea do regarding PSR, bro. Like Chelsea again, like they won the Conference League, they won the Club World Cup, right? The Club World Cup, like 2 weeks ago. These guys, bro, like they got plus 100 million just from winning the Club World Cup. They sell well. You've got Arsenal out here bailing Chelsea out every summer transfer window, buying their I was gonna say something bad there, but these are football players, but buying like their second-hand players, bro. Like you can't you can't blame like teams like Chelsea for this, bro. Liverpool won the Premier League. When you win the Premier League, you get a lot of money. When you win the Premier League, you get a lot of money, right? So Liverpool are using this money right now to buy their players. And what also they're doing on top of that is they're selling players on top of that. So that helps them out with the PSR. They've literally sold Jarrell Kwanzaa to buy Leverkusen. They're going to sell Diaz and Darwin Núñez for both of them for plus 50 mil. So that's 100 million. Helping them out, bro. You get what I mean? All right, I'm gonna have to change that again, bro, because that's not coming out brilliantly. Give me a segundo. I want to see if that works. Nope. I just don't want you guys to hear echo. That's why. Continue with that one.
Before anyone gets what I'm saying wrong, I'm not saying Newcastle should just be able to spend whatever the hell they want and pollute the Premier League with the money the way Man City did, the way Chelsea did. I don't think that was good for football. I think putting rules in place to stop dominance over the Premier League and keeping it a fair playing field is a good thing. But what they've done is instead of stopping one club being dominant, like a Man City or a Chelsea is, they said, we'll allow 4 or 5 to be dominant, but no more than that. Well, then how the fuck is that fair? So what you're seeing now is Newcastle United's owners, who are worth about $1 trillion, being forced to sell their best player to a football club whose owners are worth less than 1% of our owners. Seems legit. And I understand if you support Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, or Liverpool, you're happy about this because it consolidates your power at the top and you want to keep having a chance of winning titles and you don't want another shark in the shark tank. So I'm not even going to bother talking to you, right? No disrespect. But think about this. For every other football fan in the country, whatever club you support, your only hope of ever becoming a Premier League champion was to have rich owners buy your club. You can't climb up the league without a massive influx of cash. It's not happening. The team that wins the Premier League every fucking season always comes from the top 5 wage payers in the Premier League. That's a fact.
Listen. I'm gonna have to rewind that again, bro. Sorry, mate. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. Ooh.
And you don't want another shark in the shark tank. So I'm not even going to bother talking to you, right? No disrespect. But think about this. For every other football fan in the country, whatever club you support, your only hope of ever becoming a Premier League champion was to have rich owners buy your club. You can't climb up the league without a massive influx of cash. It's not happening. The team that wins the Premier League...
That point there, I do agree. Like, to compete in the Premier League, you need like a rich owner to actually come out and actually help you out with the cash. Like generally there, I do agree. Or unless you're some like future freaking psychic future seeing guy who knows like which players, like who knows which player to buy at a certain age, at a certain time, where they become world class, and then they sell them off for like 150 million, or like 11 players, all like world class players, bro, and they keep on selling them for a lot of money, right? And then that's how like the team gets that money. Unless if you're that lucky, you need like a billionaire to come and help you out in the Premier League, and it's just a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs, right? And also too, I don't know if the guys from work are still in the chat, right? But I know one gentleman, right? That he's a colleague of mine. He's a superior man, and we speak about this all the time because he supports Blackburn Rovers, right? And he says that like teams that get relegated from the Premier League now, it's hard to compete with them when they get relegated from the Premier League and they come down to the Championship because they get something called a partial payment where it's like £50 million, and like that money helps them bring in better players and they go straight back up. And hence why there's now there's a certain like amount of teams that get relegated from the Premier League and they go straight back up. Sheffield have done this, Fulham, yo-yo clubs. That's what they call them, yo-yo clubs. Norwich, you get what I mean? Your usual suspects, Burnley's, your usual suspects. Now, whenever they get relegated, they always come back straight back up, bro. And like competing in football right now, it is difficult. I ain't gonna lie, it is difficult, and it's one of the things that I said. I forgot who it was now that said it. Like 2 weeks ago in the chat about Al Hilal offering 300 odd million for Vinicius Jr. And I said that's absolutely ridiculous because that's going to ruin football. Because where football is right now, where football is heading, of course, like it's is how that society is freaking heading right now. It's like like the richest of the richest are always going to be at the top, while the bottom guys who have not got a lot of money are going to stay at the bottom. And this is where football is generally heading, bro. And I do not like this. I genuinely do not like this, bro. I think this is why also like FFP has been put in though. But True Jordan's got a point, bro. He has got a point. Unless if a billionaire comes out and buys you, like competing for the Prem is gonna be difficult. You might get lucky like Leicester, where there's one season where the majority of these top 6 teams are terrible, and then there's just one like team that's again a mid-table team who somehow all their players gel together and it's absolutely slapping up everybody, and you got like a world-class CDM, a world-class right winger, and a striker who's 35 years old but still slapping in goals, wins your leagues and wins you the league, right? That rarely happens, guys. That rarely happens, dude. That rarely happens in football, man.
Every fucking season always comes from the top 5 wage payers in the Premier League. That's a fact. The same reason for the last 8 years we've had 2 clubs win the Premier League. So you cannot break into that elite group without being bought by a billionaire who transforms your club's finances and changes the whole path of your club. It's impossible. It's the only hope anyone else has outside of City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, or even Man United. And that's exactly how Blackburn won the league back in the day. Then Leicester, then eventually Chelsea, and then eventually Man City. That's it. That's the only fucking way.
Nah,
And you know,
I think that with he can't put Leicester in that group, man. He can't put Leicester in that group, bro. Like Leicester had Kante, Mahrez, and Vardy, who were absolutely unbelievable. They were absolutely unbelievable, right? Like, I think their captain was Wes Morgan. Then Robert Huth playing for them. Christian Fuchs. People remember Christian Fuchs, the left back. Kasper Schmeichel. You get what I mean? Like Shinji and Okazaki, bro. Ojoa was there, the Argentinian player, bro. Like, putting Leicester in that group with your Chelseas, your Liverpools, and your Man Cities, your Arsenals and Man, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that, man.
what? As much as it became crazy in the way Chelsea just ridiculously outspent everyone and basically bought 2 football teams and what Man City did, when they first got there, and we were so bored of the same clubs winning over and over and over again, because that's what was happening, obviously, it was fun seeing a new club win the league. It was amazing seeing Leicester win the league. So even if you're a club who never gets bought out by a billionaire, at least it becomes a bit fucking exciting when you've got another club up there upsetting the apple cart. What we've got isn't exciting. It's an insurance policy. Only those 5 clubs can win the fucking league. And clubs like Newcastle, like Aston Villa, like Nottingham Forest, and anyone else who gets bought out in the near future, you're fucked. That dream of being bought out by a billionaire owner and going right to the very top has just died.
Listen, you know what, right? With Man City, like, Man City came in before that boat left. You know what I mean? That PSR boat came in, bro. The FFP boat came in, dude. Because if the Saudi owners bought Newcastle, like, in 2010, bro, this would be a completely different story. This would be a completely different story, bro. Because once again, like, Newcastle is the world's richest team, guys. Richer than Paris Saint-Germain, richer than Chelsea, richer than Man City, richer than Man United, richer than Real Madrid, richer than Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter, bro. Like, if Newcastle owners bought them in 2010, we'll be talking about something completely different. Maybe they would have been winning the Champions League in 2023, doing the treble. You get what I mean? But since UEFA and FIFA recognize to what's going on right now with the major effery, to how broken the market is, and thanks to PSG, like the transfer market is absolutely screwed with that Neymar transfer, spending like 224 million euros on a player, right? That right there has created a major imbalance in football, because it's a bad idea you're using Burnley, but let's say, who can I say? That's in the Preston North End. Preston North End can't go out and spend 50 mil on a midfielder. You get what I mean? Like, presuming like they're the most, like, the highest price that they can spend on their players, about 3 million. It's a major difference, guys.
And you're seeing why right now. And if that doesn't bother anyone, fair enough. But I tell you what, it should, because a competitive league is actually the best thing for football. And that's why I'm not even saying I want you.
I agree with this. I agree with this from True Jody, bro. I genuinely like this is true. I was saying this.
And anyone else who gets bought out in the near future, you're fucked. That dream of being bought out by a billionaire owner and going right to the very top has just died. And you're seeing why right now. And if that doesn't bother anyone, fair enough. But I tell you what, it should, because a competitive league is actually the best thing for football. And that's why I'm not even saying I want Newcastle to be able to spend more than everyone else.
Yeah, like a competitive league is like last season, guys. Don't get me wrong. Even though for me as a United fan, it was a complete freaking nightmare. Last season was absolutely awesome. Last season was really good, bro. Like Brighton competing, Bournemouth there. You had Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Like I do like competitive football, and this is the people. China regulars know how I feel about this when I comment about these things, bro. American owners coming in, trying to buy friggin' Crystal Palace. Well, I'm pretty sure they succeeded. I think the guys actually took over Crystal Palace now, and fans who support this team, the New York Jets in America, saying it's a bad idea. Crystal Palace, do not do this because this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's just there for the money. Like, these are the things that I speak about, guys. Like for like there's guys out there that don't know about football that just want to buy the freaking teams because they just want to make more money, bro.
I don't want that, but at least make it fair. At least give us rules where we can spend some of the cash that our owners have. Let them invest some money into the fucking club, for Christ's sakes. Maybe even have a cap where clubs can only spend the same amount of money in the Premier League, so that actually we get more of a level playing field and we see who the real tactical masterminds are. Because there's no way you can sit there and say Pep Guardiola being allowed to buy all the best players for fucking 10 years didn't give him a massive advantage over every other manager.
I agree, bro. I agree, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the Premier League fans agree with this as well. But we have to move on, guys, bro. We have to move on. I want to do a J&K video. Shout out to these man, them fam. J&K, bro. I love these guys, bro. These guys are absolutely sick. From repping Panam, as people call it Paris. But the young kids over there in Paris call it Panam. That's the slang for it. 1v1, guys. Let's get it. I think it's area 92, so it's enough there. So let's get it in 3, 2, 1. Vamos.
Ouais, c'est comment l'équipe? Aujourd'hui, on est réunis pour l'édition 9-2 de la saison 2, les gars.
9-2, bro. 9-2, fam. 9-2, bro. Man said 9-2, bro. Oh my days, bro. Let's go, fam. I actually want to skip ahead. bro. I actually want to skip ahead so we can actually get the real stuff started, bro.
Ton adversaire te passe mais ne marque pas, 0 points. S'il y a match nul à l'issue des duels, c'est mort subite, ma man. Qui sera le GOAT de l'Île-de-France? La réponse tout de suite, restez branchés. Pow!
Pow, pow.
Bon, les gars. Bonne chance, mon ref, hein? Je connais déjà. Yes. Bonne chance, mon frérot. Yes, que le sale commence.
He telegraphed it. He telegraphed that one, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He actually telegraphed that one because he was going for the nutmeg.
La merde, c'est que le début. Lui, il est fort, lui.
Okay, left foot slap. Nah. Get out of here. Too weak.
Ah ouais, mais c'est la triche, wesh. Ah, il est bon. Ouais, je suis danse, hein.
Nah.
Un danseur.
Ah, c'est un danseur. Il va faire mal, on dirait. Ouais.
Oh. These guys have been locking up so far, aren't they?
Ah, mec de Paname, représente, hein. Représente.
Why does my man look like Amin Gori, bro? Why does this guy look like Amin Gori, fam? He proper looks like Amin Gori. The guy on the right right now who's dribbling, he looks like Amin Gori, the player that plays for Marseille.
Ah non, attends, tu vas l'enlever, toi. Enlève le maillot.
Well, he doesn't play like Amin Gori. It doesn't play like Amin Gori, bro.
Ramène le maillot. Après.
Oh, e-par touch. Okay. It's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Oi, okay, that's tidy.
Je te rends pas, moi, j'ai la balle ici.
Yeah, it's tidy.
Ouais, moi, ah, mon fou.
Vas-y, mon ref. Montre qu'il faut pas juger à l'apparence. Lève-le.
Okay.
Il est plus propre que sa paire.
These men are definitely saving it for later, aren't they? Algeria or Morocco. Woo! Aye! It's a good save. That's a good save. That's a good save.
Merci, gardien. Ah, il est méchant, lui. Lui est méchant. Vas-y, il est méchant. Ouais, il est méchant, il est méchant. On va passer aux qualifications. On a fini de rigoler, c'était marrant. Et on passe sur chose sérieuse maintenant.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good save. I think he might be injured. The keeper's walking like he's injured. Penalty. Pen. That's a pen. It's a pen. It's a pen, bro. It's a pen.
Bien sûr, les gars. Bien sûr.
Yeah, it's a pen. Nowhere near the ball. Whee! Ooh.
Fin de ça, mon gars. Taffe-le.
Ah.
Dommage. C'est ça, des prises de risque.
It's they're telegraphing it, man. They're telegraphing like the reverse elastico. You get what I mean? The outside the boot elastico, bro, not the traditional one. They're trying to go for that side nutmeg, bro. They're trying to go for the side. They're telegraphing it, lad.
J'aime bien. La fin est roulée encore.
Ooh. Tac, tac.
Pas passer loin. Hein.
Number 24.
Hey, man, tu connais la chanson, si t'arrêtes. Faut que tu marques, mon gars. J'aime trop ce joueur.
Ah ouais?
Ouais, c'est quand. T'as vu quand c'est qu'on est dans le dur? Et là, il répond présent.
See you later. Oh, skip past him.
Mais Chébé, c'est ton petit, lui, non? Ah, il vient de ton quartier, lui? Il a quel âge?
Il a 17 ans.
Ah, j'avoue, c'est un beau bébé, hein.
Ouais, bon bébé.
Bien joué, mon ref. Tu vas d'où?
Should we do the qualifier? I think we need to do the knockouts. I think that we need to do the knockouts, you know, bro. Ah, it's missed. We need to do the eliminations, bro. We need to do the knockout round, fam. We need to do the knockout round. I think that's it there. I think that's it there, bro. We need to do the knockout phases, bro. Oh, okay. Man's doing a no look.
Les petits.
okay.
Ça c'est beau. Ça c'est beau.
Ish. I think these are the quarters. This was supposed to be the quarters. Nah. Nah. Finish. 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 That. Ah.
Y'a rien.
Oh, he's holding on to his jersey.
Ouais, solide. Manque de gainage.
Ouais. N'empêche, il est bien, hein, le maillot blanc.
Trap star. The blue one looks better, man. This is literally wearing a French top. The blue one looks better, to be fair, man. Like the blue one reminds me of like an old school Zidane one. I think that's what Trap Star is meant to do. Ooh. No goal.
Joue.
Non.
Eesh.
Mais lui, il attaque lui. Wesh.
Kind of tackles that?
Il a sécurisé sa place.
Oh, good save.
Ouais, bon, tranquille, ouais.
It's a brilliant save.
Il est malade,
C'est lui, le lance comme un blé Aïe. Vraiment, le show, il est bon. Mais la finition, c'est pas trop ça.
Nah.
Oh.
Oh.
Trop tentant. On veut du spectacle.
Ce pied, il est trop fou, wesh.
Ça va aller tout seul. On sort les caméras ou pas? Les gars, il a dit sortez les caméras. Il a dit sortez les caméras.
Sortez les caméras.
Il a dit sortez les caméras, les gars.
Listen. Dude in yellow likes to show off. Dude in the yellow likes to show off, man. Dude in the yellow likes to show off, fam. He does, bro.
Je sors le mien. C'est bon? Vas-y, Mathis.
Okay. They lack the confidence though. Oy. Nah. You lack the confidence from him, bro. Man said whip out the camera, you know. Man said whip out the camera, bro. You lack the confidence. Oh!
T'as apprécié toi qui
Ok.
C'était pas mal.
Ok.
Ah, mon gars. Hein.
Ta. Oh!
Pareil. Il t'a tué quand même, hein. Des passages. Qu'est-ce qu'il s'est passé?
Ok.
Ouais, il est bon, mais j'ai un petit peu mal aux pieds, c'est pour ça.
Ouais. N'est-ce pas cette paire là que tu nous as mise là?
Oh!
C'était pas mal, hein?
Too far away. Tried it.
Mais mon gars, le poteau il est là.
J'ai capté, mais bon.
La finition. Mort.
Wesh, il est tombé.
Right, these are the quarters. These are the quarters. Easy. When you fam, he made my man spin, bruv. When you got a defender like doing the SpongeBob meme, where you know SpongeBob's running away like that, when you spun him, oh my, you know you've got him there, bro. You know you've got him, fam. Oh my days, bro, nah, fam.
C'est ça qu'on voulait. C'est ça qu'on aime. Ouais.
Oh my days, bro.
Moi, je comprends, ils m'ont fait tomber le tir. Mais en fait.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard, bro. That's hard.
C'était vif, hein. Tac, 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 là.
That's it. Tac. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days, bro. Guys, you don't know how many times I've gotten the word tac from my friends, bro. The amount of times I've seen my friends go tac, bro, it's too funny, dude. Oh, he spun him. Oh.
Les gamins, tu tires avec la peur, c'est pas bon. Bah oui.
Is it back again? He's back again. He's back again, bro. Let's see what he's made of, bro. Let's see what he's made of. Juggling. Eee! Okay. You can see why with the confidence, bro. You can see why with the confidence, fam. That was the perfect opportunity to go for that nutmeg they've all been going for. Yo, he's taking the piss. Oh, he's taking the piss, bro. Oh, he's mocking it, dude. Oh, he's mocking it, bro. He is mocking it, dude. Bro, the fake Rabona. The fake shot. Good. Oh, okay, lad. Okay, lad.
Eh oui.
Yeah.
Le petit, c'est pas des flocons.
Yeah,
Eh
bro.
oui, le petit.
Il faut mettre la crème.
Eat that. Ooh. Oh, yes.
Dommage. Mort subite, hein.
Nah. Try and hot stepping too much, bro. Man tried to be the hot stepper, fam.
C'est bien là, c'est bien.
J'aime pas ici, j'habite à Strasbourg.
Ouais.
Je joue à Guenot en senior R1 maintenant.
Ah bon, t'es un bon joueur, mon frérot. J'espère te revoir. Ça va faire Strasbourg bientôt. Ouais, l'équipe. Bon, on est là, on est réunis pour la demi-finale de l'édition 9-2 Trapstar East Foot Corner.
Semi-finals.
On va voir s'il y a des gagnants ici.
Tu connais, hein, personne n'a prendre mon titre aujourd'hui.
Semi-finals. Chicken. Nah, he's tried it. He tried to mock it. He tried to mock it.
Mais en vrai, il est pas mauvais. Hein. Tu sais qu'il est pas mauvais. Il est un peu.
Nah, he went for the same skill again, bro.
C'est là. Putain, mais belle quand même, les gars. Y'a rien.
Nah.
Je sais pas s'il est bon ou excité. Les deux. Merci.
efficace. Il sécurise, il bloque, arrête, il fait le show. J'ai capté sa technique, lui. Sécurise aussi.
Boy, save. Save. Ish. Bro.
Il est trop fou, ce petit. Tout haut, les gars, Mathis, tout haut.
He got in the yellow boots, bro. Guy in the yellow boots is too, yeah.
On va lui faire une petite interview.
Yeah, it's too confident, bro. It's too confident, fam. The guy in the yellow
Je
boots.
joue aux États-Unis.
Ah ouais?
Ouais, dans une université à Lucas, carrément.
Ah bon?
Ouais.
T'as quel âge?
J'ai 19.
T'as manqué quoi pour passer?
Franchement, juste un peu plus de sérieux, tu vois. Je suis venu en détente, tranquillement. Merci pour tout. Merci pour les maillots Trapstar et bonne chance aux gagnants. Merci. Hein.
Allez. Alors, on est réunis pour la finale. Ils l'ont dit tout à l'heure, ils l'ont prédit. Ayman, il a dit qu'il allait garder son titre.
Obligé, les gars, obligé, hein, le titre.
Obligé, hein.
On l'a eu dans le 9-2 aussi. On va essayer de le revoir encore dans le 9-2. On va voir comment ça se passe, les gars.
Les titres et les records, c'est fait pour être battu. Reste branché, mon ref.
Reste branché.
Géré.
Bonne finale, les gars. Hein?
Vas-y, mon Dieu.
Je vais, frérot.
Vas-y.
Force, les gars. Tu vas garder ton titre?
Obligé, les gars, wesh. On est pas venu pour rien, les gars.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Là, j'ai pas encore un spi, mais quand le ballon va venir dans mes pieds, ne vous inquiétez pas.
All right, let's get it.
Il fait exprès. Il fait exprès. Ouais, ben, mon gars.
Ish. Oi.
C'est bien! 1-0, Ayman. Hein.
1-0. 1-0. Tackle.
Un partout.
Mathis, le cardio, Mathis, je vais te boire. Hein.
Hey.
T'as vu les pros? 1-2. T'as vu le professionnel? 1-2. C'est là que tu vois la différence de niveau. Efficace.
Ayman.
Too easy. Too easy.
C'est ça, mon gars. Les deux veulent gagner. Les gars, donnez un peu de force. Faites du bruit, ma gueule. Faites du bruit. Ah, gars, c'est une bonne finale.
He showed him the ball. He showed him the ball on purpose. Ah!
La pression, mon ref, c'est pas la pression. Faites pas. Lui, il est malin, il est dans sa tête. Il est malin. Allez, man, allez!
Oh! Tackle! Yo, my man's cool under pressure, you know. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My dude's cool under pressure, fam. Yee!
On devait finir par un but. Le premier qui marque, il a gagné.
Yeah, breeze past him, finished him, done him. Yeah.
T'as vu?
Too easy.
Le niveau pro, c'est ça.
Ah ben,
Too easy. Man came in with that confidence straight away, dude. Man saying record me on the camera. He came in with that confidence, bro. Fearless, fam. Cero miedo, bro. Unreal. Absolutely unreal, man. I think I'm gonna end it there, guys, because I have to eat and then go to bed because I've got work tomorrow. So shout out to the people that have come through to the chat. Shout out to man like Fahad, Kalen, man like Connor. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be back, by the way, guys, because this thing is really like, let me go full screen, fam. Let me go full screen. This thing is really that the whole sound thing really annoyed me this week because I missed out on a lot of things. To be fair, regarding football news, I did want to do a breakdown as well, a strikers breakdown. I want to do a Victor Gyökeres breakdown. I think tomorrow I might do a Man United like midfielder deep dive to which midfielders Manchester United should be going for. Because that's one of the things. That's one of the things, as I said in the start of this live stream, that like, listen, like that Man United midfield is absolutely worrying me. We need to bring somebody in, a ball playing number 8, a real good ball playing number 8, who's also defensively sound as well. So I think we're gonna be doing that maybe tomorrow or on Sunday. It just depends on the time. But thank you so much for the people that have come in, fam.